At this moment, all I feel with this is real discontent.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Married to Medicine, Season 5, Episode 11. As I said before, it took me a minute to even actually sit down to do this because just not happy. I am not happy with this at all. At all. A whole lot of stuff that just kind of irritated me. So this is going to be interesting. So sit back and y'all get y'all notes together, and I guess we're going to really hash it out in these comments because I'm not real happy with a lot of what I saw here tonight, and I'm not getting ready to hold anything back. I'm getting ready to just go on and let it on out, okay, because fair is fair. It is what it is. So let's go. Heavenly, can I tell you how tired I am of you talking to Jules' ass and there's no progress being made for whatever it is that you are claiming to be doing? Like, I don't even know what this is that you're claiming to be doing. It's like, okay, whatever. I'm listening to you about the spiritual journey thing and all of that, but you enjoying doing nothing but bullshitting. The both of y'all. Y'all ain't doing nothing but bullshitting. This ain't nothing but camera time for Jewel because the tankards ain't on TV right now. So I'm like tired of seeing it. It's like overkill. Every time, if we want to show Jewel, we could just show Jewel as being a girlfriend. She ain't got to be this supposed spiritual hierarchy bullshit, because she's starting to look like, I don't know, like this soothsayer or some voodoo priestess or something that she's just not. Like she's just not up here. Her shit just ain't so together that we need her sitting in this position like, oh, it's Jewel Tankard. Like, whenever she comes on screen, there's supposed to be this light shining or whatever. I played the game long enough. I've sat here. I'm sick of it. I don't need to see Jewel Tankard's ass up on the screen anymore unless she wants to actually come in and actually be your girlfriend who you are gossiping to, who is a friend of the show, the same way that we had other people come in and have friends of the show. But we don't need her sitting as the holier than thou Jewel Tankard. I'm so sick of that bullshit. Sick of that. Like, it's for whatever reason today, I just had enough. It just kind of got on my nerves. We call Jewel, girl, because that's the conversation. Girl, this is what happened. Girl, that's what happened. This, that, and the other. And this, oh, heavenly. Now, what you need to do is ask God to forgive you and this, that. Do you know how many times I've been like cuss Jewel out? When I feel as though, because there's been plenty of times that you've gone through with situations and then you talk to Jewel and then Jewel basically convinces you because of the Bible that you're wrong and you dumb bitch, you ain't even wrong. Fuck all that shit. Moving on. Jackie. Jackie answers the door for old doorbell ringing ass goddamn Old Slice. And here he comes. And they had their first session, and it was an online session with the same dude that Cecil and Simone used. And I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. This wasn't too bad. Um, yeah, it wasn't too bad. They sat through. It seemed to be a good session. A good session. Um, yeah, wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. It was cool. It was cool. Um, I don't know. Yeah, Curtis is basically saying what he needs to say the right way, so it's cool. No big deal. I ain't got too much to say about that. He agreed to the counseling. It's cool. She's still keeping his ass outside with his doorbell ringing ass. You know, I was like, okay, cool, no problem. That's cool. Yeah, I guess we all right with old sandwich spread. He all right. For now. Uh, Another thing with Heavenly and the Lord, child, your daughter and the shit that comes out of her mouth and told you use old ashy ass goddamn fool. I said, Lord have mercy. Um, whatever. Whatever. And it just kind of this bounces right, but this scene bounces right back off of the Jewel Tanker shit because you're like, okay, then you get on that phone, you call Mariah, and you're like, okay, girl, I'm sorry. And then she says she's sorry, and I really want you to go. This, that, and the other. You're like, okay, cool. And then you turn around and you said, I guess the bitch is going. I said, Lord have mercy. A mess. A mess. But whatever, she's going. And I don't know why she wants to go. I don't know why you all feel that it's necessary that she does go, but whatever. I know it's for the show because in real life, I can't even imagine that anybody would even bother to drag a bitch all the way to Barbados to want to bang the shit out of him and throw him in the water. But I guess next week, actually, we go over. We see we're getting ready to board the flight, and at this point, this is where we get ready to shift because my faves. My faves. Simone and Cecil. Y'all know I like y'all. I likes me some Simone. I really likes me some Cecil. But can I tell you that you two motherfuckers are so out of order at this point. Y'all are so out of order. When they stood at that airport, at the entrance of that airport, and old sandwich spread got out of that goddamn car because you two have overstepped the line, and y'all did. Let there be no mistake, and don't care what nobody else tells you. Cecil and Simone, you two have overstepped the line by bringing Old Spice. Talking about he going on this trip with Jackie. If I was Jackie, I would have took you, Simone, over by where they check your bags, and I'd have smacked the fuck out of you. They'd have checked your wig when we came back from around that corner. I would have smacked the shit out of you, and I'd have cussed Cecil's ass out because you don't even that bastard doesn't even have access to use the key to get into the house. She just started going outside with him into the public. What the fuck makes you think that I would want to go all the way to Barbados with this bastard? Why? Because you say that it's okay? Well, just three weeks ago, you couldn't stand your dick that you got. It was too far. That was too far of getting in somebody else's business and moving the pieces of the chess game around without my permission. I'd have smacked the shit out of Simone. We would have had it. I ain't saying I wouldn't have not been your friend no more, but bitch, I would have checked your goddamn wig. I'd been ready to split y'all's head to the white meat. That was absolutely ridiculous. And then it would have just been a wasted ticket. It'd have been a wasted ticket because I wouldn't have went. I wouldn't have went at all. There are definitely 3 people that should not have been on this trip. 3 people. And Curtis or Jackie, because they're interchangeable. One of the 2 of them are one of the 3 people that should not have been there. If I was Jackie, I wouldn't have went nowhere. I mean, I'm going to work with this motherfucker. Y'all are out of order, and he's out of order because he already know how I feel. So while he brought his cripped up, slow walking ass up here, talking about you gonna go get on the tarmac, no, the fuck you're not. And then again, maybe you are. Go ahead, but I'm taking my good old ass, my good baby delivering ass, and I'm going on home. I ain't going nowhere with y'all. I wouldn't have went nowhere. Do you understand me? Not at all. And then get there, and then you got to share a room with him. Oh, hell no. Hell no. So all that shit's out the window. You might as well give him his key back. And fuck it. It is what it is. It's back on. If you share a room with him in Barbados, then the hell with it. That's ain't nobody going to force me into moving no type of way that I don't want to move. And I thought that Cecil and Simone was completely out of order. And they overstepped the line. You're doing too much. Way too much. So, like I said, if I was Jackie, either I'm not going or that bastard's not going. So which is it going to be? But we're not going together. And yeah, I wouldn't have got on the plane. We're not going together. So we wouldn't even ever had the issue of being in Barbados and having to share a room. But he would have never shared a room with me. If you're still knocking on the door at home, ain't no goddamn way we'd be sharing a room in Barbados. And I would not have nobody rushing my process along. I smacked the shit out of that goddamn Cecil Simone. Yes, indeed. Yes. Sure would have. Okay, so let's talk about the other 2 people who ain't had no business on the trip. No business whatsoever on the trip. Dr. G and Quad. Why? Why? Why were you there? Y'all, I understand y'all working through something, and it's cool, and it's a couples trip, and maybe the couples trip will help, but Quad, dealing with these ladies in the way that you deal with them on a regular, why don't you take your ass to Barbados? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense at all that I would take myself that far away from home as miserable of a state that you were in. You were miserable. You were miserable the whole time. Miserable. Miserable. And that's up to this first day. I don't know. We will get to the rest of the days as we get there. But day 1, my friend, no God. You were miserable, and you made Dr. G miserable. Because Dr. G was ready to be in Barbados with his game face on. And you, for some reason, forgot all your Monopoly money at home. And your ass was hanging completely out for the public to rub on. Because all I saw was hurt and disgust and discontentment. You were miserable. You were miserable. And being around these people, all I did was, that ain't nothing but ammunition. That ain't nothing but ammunition that you didn't need for them to have for you to have to eat their ass up with later. I said, this is not gonna go well. Cause it seemed as though you were ready to take Gregory's motherfucking head off at any minute. I mean, from the time that y'all were packing, you were so goddamn mad with Gregory that you looked like you were ready to take his head off. And I said, this ain't gonna do that but translate into her either taking off Mariah's head or somebody else. It's just not gonna end well, I don't think. But whatever. So those three people that I believe should have never made the tarmac. When they took off to go to Barbados, you three motherfuckers should have still been at home asleep. Mm-mm. Then they played that little game the first day. I looked down there at you. You was just feeling no pain. No pain. Maybe that wine that they got up underneath you and you was all in your feelings. And it just was a bad look. It was just a bad look. I was like, this much misery. No way. Not in front of these whores. Not at all. Wouldn't happen. No God. You didn't need to go. I don't think you and Dr. G needed to go at all. Y'all can't do no better than that. Y'all ain't need to be there. Y'all need to be at home and regular counseling. Not sitting up here with these judgmental motherfuckers collecting information. No. Well, one thing that we did see at the table, Contessa and her husband, their vibe is good. Their vibe is good. They're fresh on here, and hopefully everything with them stays as it is, and they don't get bit by the reality show wedding, marriage curse. But their marriage seems real. They still date each other, and they're on the ball. But again, they're a younger couple too, so they were cool. They were fun to watch. Toya and Eugene. Toya, I got a lot for you that I'm getting ready to get your ass. Because you, bitch, you and all your goddamn backpedaling, pussy popping, and carrying on, bitch. I want to smack you 22 times in your head, too. Because you then went from one thing to a complete another thing. Really? And all of a sudden, you on team Get Curtis. Why? Why? Is the lack of penis starting to get to you, Toya? So you want a I hate men mission, and Curtis is in your eyesight, and you just are zeroed in on him? Because when Curtis showed up, shit, you and your husband, honey, y'all was going do. Who is you? Who is you? I said, child, if Grimace don't get up out of old sandwich spread's face, honey, with them games, men don't generally play them kind of games. But he kept, who is you? Who is you? I said, child, he gonna smack you in the top of your head, Grimace. You better quit playing. That was out of order. You know who it is. He's here. Some of the one you should have been looking at is dumbass Simone, because she had him inviting this big old goofy ass there. And that's another thing. Where the fuck do y'all get that y'all think that Curtis is spending Jackie's money? Where are y'all getting that from? All I'm going to say is go Google Curtis. Go and Google Curtis and find out what Curtis was doing before he was a coach for a school. Go find out what he was doing before that. Curtis ain't got to spend Jackie's money. And y'all know I don't even like Curtis. So, really give that shit a rest. Curtis doesn't have to spend Jackie's money, okay? Jackie foolish, but she not that damn foolish. Anyway, boom, 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 bam, and we're back. Toya, bitch. When did you get on the Get Curtis team? Everything you want to do and say to try to make Curtis look bad. And then when you did that whole little thing was like, you got something to say about him dancing with the Barbadian women, and all of that. That's all in fine. That was no big deal. Like nobody's making a big deal of that, but you. Then that whole sitting in the lap shit. Seriously? And oh, it's all his fault. No, that seemed like a setup. It seemed to me like you were setting him up and purposely trying to make him look a certain way, like you were building a narrative to get up underneath Jackie's skin, like you wanted. Jackie was too happy for you. And you seem, I like it better when she around her crying and carrying on. So you were building this narrative that he is so disrespectful that he can't even hold himself back. And meanwhile, you took your ass over there and jumped up in Curtis's lap. He grabbed me around my waist and pulled me into his lap. Well, isn't that convenient? Has he ever in the past touched you, period? I don't ever even recall him even being in arm's reach of your funny looking ass. It's like you set him up. You was over there playing the devil's thought. Took your ass and sat in his lap. Now, what should have happened, two things. He should have never let you get in his lap. No. He should have let you get his lap. And he was being funny. It was like a joke because you all kept putting him on front. Well, you and your husband kept putting him on Front Street. And make it like he was the worst person in the world. And he played into it. It was a joke. It was a joke. Now, that'd be one thing if you tell us you sat in his, and then you sat in his lap with shorts on that was so short that we could smell your pussy. Are you serious? It'd be different if you even said that you sat when he pulled you onto his lap, he had a hard on or something. You didn't even have any of that to hang on with. Because me personally, if I was a whore who had popped myself into a motherfucker's lap and I didn't feel any life in the valley, honey, I would have been feeling some kind of way. Because if that much of your pussy's exposed and you can't even get a hard on going, then maybe this is why your husband's down there playing Power Jack Arm Man. But it didn't seem as though any of that happened. Curtis don't want you, bitch. And Jackie know Curtis don't want you. And she told you later on, girl, I trust you. And that was just a nice way of saying, bitch, ain't nobody think about you, bitch. That was a very nice way of telling you, who's thinking about you, Toya Bush Harris? Nobody, bitch. Nobody's thinking about you. Okay? Stay your ass out of other people's husbands' laps, whore. And Eugene, get your motherfucking wife. Stupid ass. Because, see, the one that should have been embarrassed was you. Speaking of disrespect, you sitting over there and your wife is building a narrative and telling everybody that all you do is sit around and play with your dick. And she's over here popping and dipping and dropping it into motherfucking niggas that's 6'7". She popping and dropping it on their crotch. And you over there, Pee Wee Herman Power Fest. Child, two of y'all are stupid, dumbasses. Anyway, and then you even, oh girl, you were ridiculous. But Jackie let your ass have it. She did. Girl, I trust you. Nice way of saying, bitch, you ain't shit. You ain't shit and your pussy ain't on popping, bitch. Get on out of here. That was a whole mess. Heavenly. So, being as though we let you plan the trip, now all of a sudden you became everybody's marriage coordinator and you gonna counsel everybody? Ain't nobody asked you shit. Ain't nobody asked you shit to, and that can, yeah, I'm gonna assess all the couples. Ain't nobody asked you nothing. Blockhead ass. I said, ugh, this is gonna end badly. Badly, badly, badly. And Mariah, I know you knew that we weren't gonna get through this and I wasn't gonna say something to you, bitch. You just can't help yourself, huh? You just can't help your goddamn self. Everything's going fine. You acting like you got some sense. It's no problem. You almost made it through a whole episode with no trip into your bitchdom. But you just had to visit it, didn't you? Oh, Heavenly, yeah, you're being so nice. Are you going to continue to be nice like this when your husband gets here? A bitch that you don't hardly get along with. Why was that necessary? Why was that necessary? And the only reason why y'all didn't get to arguing is because Heavenly didn't buy the bait. If it had been a regular day, and Heavenly was in such a good mood that bitch she wouldn't even let you in. But if it had been a regular day, you do realize that just that one comment alone, she would have been telling you fuck you and shoot Lucy too, and you know it. But that you tell it, you'll swear, I don't know why. I never do anything to her. Shut the entire fuck up. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. This trip was really off to a real interesting start for me, honey. We got 3 people that shouldn't have been there. We got a whore over here trying to build a narrative against one of the other damn couples. And just, child, whatever. Anyway, I told y'all this was going to be interesting. Discontent, to say the least. Well, I bet. Next week. That's all I'm going to say. Next week. I'm sure it's going to get even more interesting. Next week. Later.